We went to the Whitney Museum and focused on the Biennial. The Biennial features 63 individual artists and collectives whose work take a wide variety of form. We focused on the paintings rather than the installations and video game designs. We chose to look at paintings because we feel that paintings are able to show a better description than the installations, and they are more clear to others as to what they are trying to portray. The Biennial was first established in 1932, which has been around to promote critical discussion about contemporary art while providing deep insight and reflection on cultural concerns and history of that time.
This is the first time in a while that the Biennial has come to the Whitney. Biennial comes at a time of leisure tensions. Many works here challenge us to consider how these realities affect our sense of self and community. The first painting we saw a slide out of the elevator. This was called The Elevator by Dana Shoes. This shows a large painting parallel to the large elevator.
The elevator painting and the actual elevator are juxtaposed next to each other to show a metaphor for other social spaces that are private or public, intimate or estranged, to show us that we each have our own role in the chaos of this world that we live in. We saw someone near the painting and we asked them what they thought about it.
What do you think of the large elevator?
It's a really beautiful painting. It really shows the idea of chaos, what chaos means, and it usually reflects how you would feel like in an elevator because it's kind of claustrophobic in an elevator. So Dana Schutz really does a good job of elaborating on what chaos means and how it feels to be in such a tight space.
As we walked around, we noticed the open casket painting by Dana Schutz, which we also discussed in class.
Oil painting Open Casket by Dana Shoes. This painting illustrates the Emmett Till, who was brutally murdered due to a misrepresentation of mocking a white female in Mississippi in 1955. The white family lynched Emmett Till, who was released for acquittal and died. This picture was released by Emmett's mother, Mamie, to show how her son was brutally murdered. There is a lot of controversy around this painting. Many believe that Dana Shoes, a white woman, has no right to portray such an image.
As we walked around and saw all the rest of the paintings part of the Biennial, when we got to the 5th floor, we saw the painting by Henry Taylor called The Times They Ain't Changing Fast Enough. This painting portrayed a black man, who was shot to death in the back of a cop car. This was based on a video that was taken by Diamond Reynolds, captured on July 2016. This shows racial tension between law enforcement and communities they serve. The man in the photo was Philando Castile, who was shot in Falcon Heights, Minnesota. This sparked worldwide protests because this demonstrated police brutality. As we were looking at the painting, we realized there must be a link between the open casket and this painting. Since 1955, when Emmett Till was brutally murdered, and 2016, when Philando Castile was murdered as well, there has not been a change. There is still a lot of racial tension and police brutality. We would think that as we become a nation that is accepting of all races, we would have a police force that is accepting as well. There must be a problem here.
Overall, the painting discussed the views of artists, the influence of the arts, power, invisible blacks, and the race debates over the open casket and Henry Taylor at Whitney. I believe that those paintings were so powerful that it gives me many insights an awareness towards how arts and painting create huge awakening influence on audiences, students, and the society in New York and the US.